come to us and got under the fence, just barely across the fence, and he was sitting there on the ground. And it was almost dark. That scared us all to death. And that's the only time that he ever did get away from us. But some children, just wander off, but he never did.
Well, you've done such a good job.
Well, I tell you, I'll have to watch him, for you don't know what to do. But now he didn't get unruly till he was up 12, 14 years old, and then he didn't want to mind. That's when those whippings.
I had to spank him a little.
Spank. I whipped him with the switches too, I tell you.
Well, you were doing it for him's sake. You was afraid, you was trying to help him. It wasn't trying to keep him from getting lost, or you needed him to mind you.
Yeah, I had to make him mind,
Yeah.
He was unruly.
But
The bigger he got, now he was until he got up about 12 years old. He got so he didn't want to mind good. He was all right when he was little.
Well, it's a pity that there was no help you could get.
No. Well, you didn't hear tell the children like that. I thought I was the only woman in the world that had a retarded child. But it wasn't long till I found out I was.
That's right.
Yeah.
But he's enabled you to stay at home and live at home when you got older and your husband died and all your children gone. So you've got someone to be home with you, haven't you?
Oh, no. He's been worth a fortune to me.
And
Anne's been gone be 20 years, 8th of December.
Your husband been
And
dead
we've
20.
had it.
So, did you have any behavior problems after Aunt's died?
No, not much. I could manage him pretty good. He was always afraid of ants. He could hold him under better than I could. But I don't know, he tried to fight me sometimes.
But I imagine just in frustration, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He was frustrated because he couldn't explain things.
Yes. I don't think they have much of a life, do you?
I don't know. I've wondered about it.
I don't think they have much of a life. Well,
maybe not, but then who's to say if they don't have a better life than someone else?
Oh, I think they'll have a better life and not be just like anybody else and leave here, don't you?
Well, yes, but
They won't be nothing held against them. Do you think they will?
But what I was thinking, he may have got more out of life, not knowing certain problems, and of course he's smart in many ways. But what I'm saying is may have gotten more out of life by being like that than some other people who know everything well and have a lot of other problems and take on a lot of other problems too.
Yeah.
So you don't know who gets the most out of life.
Well, no. He played outdoors all the time. He wasn't no trouble. But Lord, I washed for him like a baby. He was 13 years old.
You did.
I certainly did. I did. And now then I have to wait on him and take him to bath and everything like a baby now.
You do.
Since, of course, he weighed on himself for years and years. But since...
How old is he?
He'd be 54 tomorrow.
54.
Tomorrow.
54. Well,
Ain't tomorrow the 28th?
no. Yeah.
31st. Day's 30th.
30th.
Well, March 31st, the last day of October.
That's all right.
He'll be 54 years old. Well, Radford was 54 and he died.
Well, you've raised a big family, haven't you?
Oh, I reckon.
Well, now, when all your laundry and washing was done by hand when your children were little, weren't they?
Well, the girls, some of them was grown. Aunt's got me a washer. Oh, it's been years ago. But I done, when the first children in school, I'd start washing in the morning. By the time they'd leave for school, maybe at 5 o'clock I could hang out the rest of them.
That
See, I had to watch the baby and wash.
you wonder how you got through it, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know how I ever done it, but I did. That's what I got to. Fanny Warren always used to laugh at me. He said, my babies come like rabbits. And now I've got all my children to look to. She's got nobody there. She fell again, broke another hip. About a month or 6 weeks, they've been 6 weeks. And she's had a woman come from Asheville, left today, has been with her. I know I have more pleasure, even if I have got Fred, than she had out of one.
Oh, yes.
She just had one.
Big families are so nice.
I'd give anything if my mother had a big thing. Just 3 children. And I was the baby. Of course, I was rotten. I don't deny that.
And the only girl.
Only girl. And Ma always said my daddy spoiled me, and I guess he did. Like Bill has his girl. Now you talk about a spoiled girl. Bill's got just Phyllis.
She's pretty.
She loves her daddy to death. I never saw the beat in my eye.
Kind of tell me what a day was like when you were about 28 or somewhere along there and had your children and you had to do all your gardening, your canning.
Oh.
Did you make your lye soap in those days?
Did
you make soap?
Soap? No, Ma did.
Your mother did?
Yeah, Ma made soap.
So she made the soap.
Yeah.
You didn't have to make it.
No.
Do you know how they made it?
I used to, did. We saved made us an ice hopper. I know how to make an ice hopper. Save the ashes out of the fireplace. Make that ice hopper and pour them in there and have it full. And then pour water in there. Make you a hole there and pour water in there. And run that lye down. It comes down and comes out in a little spout in some kind of a container, a bucket or something that'll hold it, water. And then you put that in your wash pot and your meat scraps and boil. I saw Ma make soap lots and lots of times, but I never did make none. You slice it out so pretty, you know.
Mm-hmm. Now, you done your own canning and drying the fruits, didn't you?
Can. Back then we didn't have nothing to freeze with, you know. Then we've had lights since 29.
29.
Mother never had any. I was raised right over there. She never did have lights.
Well, you have all your modern appliances now.
Yeah, but we didn't used to have them, you know. Nothing.
Well,
I remember when my daddy bought our aunts bought the first radio and television and what was it now? Some like a phonograph or something like that it was called. I can remember them, Lord, I thought we had more music than anything.
had a lot, didn't you?
Yeah. No, we've had lots ever since that. I had the money I paid out for them. I wouldn't have to work no more, would I?
No, you wouldn't. No. But you really had to do some hustling to do the washing, ironing for 8 and 9 children or whatever.
Yeah. But now I raised my young'uns to work.
Mm-hmm.
I had to.
Oh, yeah.
I believe since she was oldest girl, she'd stand in chair and wash dishes.
Is that right?
And she used to stand in chair and wash on the washboard. Oh, I raised them to work. I had to.
Well, you did. You sure
I had to raise them to work to help me. I could never raise them if I hadn't. Didn't hurt them.
No, it didn't hurt them. It taught them to be
It hurt their
thrifty.
feelings sometimes. They wanted to go somewhere and I had for them to do. Oh, I believe she went in to work. I put her to work, she'd have to stand in the chair to wash dishes and wash clothes and everything. And B then, well, it's like Dan said, they come like rabbits, they're as close together. But now, I tell you, the first times I put them into it, I had to. Well, I got along fine with them. I never kept them out of school a day, only something happened unusual. They never missed school, and they was raised up here in the Methodist church. There was a meeting, and they had, what was it they called it every Sunday night? League, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
They never failed going to church, school. The oldest managed to have them clothed as kind of like the rest of the girls.
Well, a big family is just really nice.
But I'd give anything if I'd had. Ma would have had I would have had one sister. Nobody but me for all of the boys.
Do you remember your Grandma Warren?
Oh, yeah, and Grandma Burkett, too. Ma was a Burkett.
I believe Eva told me that your Grandma Warren never raised her voice.
I saw her get up, take her hands out of the door of the morning, take her switch and go upstairs. She never said a word to nobody. You'd hear one coming directly hollering. She's whipping him down the stairs. No, Ma never. I always had to get mad when I would.
She never got mad?
No, she never raised her voice. I don't know how she ever done it. I don't know. She'd raised as many as me. I bet she'd have raised them all.
Sometimes you have to be heard.
No, she is awful even-tempered.
Who was she?
She is a Burkett.
Burkett.
Yeah. Her daddy was a sister to Uncle Daniel Burkett. Ain't Daisy Great Deal? They Rabel boys, his mother and her were first cousins. Their daddies were brothers. We lived up there. I was just 4 years old. We went up there and come back in the 7. And
when the 40 flood came, were you living here?
I was in West Virginia.
Oh, you were.
Yeah. What had I gone for? Radford stayed out there about 30 or 30-some years, worked in the mines. And Noreen went out there. Radford got her husband a job, and he went out there. They're out there yet. Noreen Lyle lives out there yet.
So you missed the 40 flood, didn't you?
Yeah. I know Anscombe Ice to me on Saturday, and he brought the paper. It was in the paper. I forget what day the flood was. But I know when they got there, they was a-telling. Bonnie Ashley come with him. Thelma lived out there, her girl. And she used to telling us all where the water was and everything. But now, is it 3 or 4 years in this November we had one here?
I believe it'd be 4, won't it?
You know that come right down that road, below that road there above the bridge. It is up to the bridge going over to school. Come up in Bill's yard.
That was a bad time.
Oh, mercy.
If it hadn't happened during the daytime, I guess some lives would have been lost, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it might have been.
Do you remember the 1916 flood?
Yeah.
Do you? Was
yeah.
it bad here?
Yes, it was pretty bad. But now, they built that up. Before, it would go down the bottom and down around on this side of the bottom over there. But now, they built that up to throw the creek over here, you see, for the school. And that's what throws the water over here. They threw it all on our side. And it used to, we could go upstairs at home and look out the window, and you could see the river and the mouth of Buffalo just as good as you can look out here and see Eva's house. But now they built that up and throwed it over here so it don't go down there like it did. And that's how come it come down on this side. It come right down through by the old, well, I call it prison camp. It's a bridge lot now. It just comes straight down, right straight on down. It is up. It's slopped up in Bill's, over in Bill's yard.
Well, that's pretty high.
Yeah, I tell you, they called me that morning. I didn't know it, the creek was up. The children, some of them was here. And we hadn't got up early, and they called and said,
Who called?
the daughter.
Oh, yeah.
She said, Mama, did you know the creek's up? And I said, no. Well, she says, what's the matter with you? Said, we tried to get down there and we can't. Said, you get in the car and go up to Warrensville. And we all got in the car and drove up this way, and there it was at bottom, just a road.
Scary time.
Yes, scary time. It is higher then than when it spread out, so you see it wasn't deep when it spread out. So, but the way they'd worked over there, floated on this side. I just know that bridge over there was a going of all popping and cracking it done.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, the water was up to it.
So one time.
It is scary.
Well, you know, when you mentioned the prison camp down here, you were pretty close to that, weren't you?
The what?
The prison camp down here.
Up here? Oh, yeah. Well, them old niggers used to be up. But I never did get it. And I'm just as afraid of a nigger as a rattlesnake.
Is that right?
I'm not used to niggers. Them Atlanteans, all I see, I don't see, well, and go to town, you see some
You're not
niggers.
afraid of the ones you know, are you?
No, I'm not.
They're nice people.
But I tell you, if a nigger, if somebody's knock on my door tonight, I wouldn't open it. I always turn the light on to see. But if the niggers be standing there, I guess I'd die.
Really?
I'm just as afraid of the niggers as I am of a rattlesnake. And we lived up yonder. I was used to niggers. I had old Uncle John Bower and Aunt Ruth. They lived in the Nigger Mountain. Nigger Mountain was named for the niggers. Now they call it Mount Jefferson. And I've been the biggest fool. I'd made anybody that got talking about Mount Jefferson. I'd say, well, where is Mount? I didn't know where it was. I was that down because it's a nigger mountain, but they don't say nigger mountain.
I guess the next generation will be different, won't they? I mean, the people won't be afraid of each other.
No, that's not, no.
Well, they used to have a lot of people escaping down here, didn't they? At the prison camp, they used to have some that would escape down then, didn't they?
I don't remember what they did.
I guess it was always when they were out on the road working they'd escape. They'd leave, you know.
Yeah, if they got away, they got away then. I don't know. We used to, when we raised tobacco about 35 years, and they'd come from the camp up there over to the barn where we was grading tobacco, stand and talk to aunts and Bill and Radford.
The prisoners were.
Yeah, from the camp. You see, me and Ed, Aunt's oldest brother, was a guard. Fred Owen was a guard. Well, I used to know all the guards, but I forget who it was now. But I never was afraid of them. I don't know why I'm so afraid of a nigger now.
Weren't you afraid of them back then?
No, it seemed like I wasn't afraid of them up there.
They were prisoners.
Yeah, they's prisoners.
You're not afraid of the ones at Lansing because you know them.
Yeah.
It's just the ones you don't know, is it?
Them niggers in I call that nigger burst. Over Brick
Yeah,
Bristol.
well, you know, a few years ago they were called, respectfully called colored people,
Yeah.
Negroes,
Yeah, and now they want to be called.
and now they're called black people, and it's hard for me to, or not for me, but it's hard for a lot of people to call them black people because it just, of course, we're called white people, and don't know about that, but it was a change for everybody, so maybe everything will settle down and it'll be all right. But it is, a lot of times we are afraid of someone we don't know, and that's, and maybe they're just really great people, but just if you don't know them, you skittish about them.
Yeah, I know. Bill's got a nigger boss over him and took Miller up here from, I believe it's from Charlotte.
Fine people, I guess.
Black man.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've seen a lot of changes here, haven't you, Miss Johnson?
Okay.
You had a lot of heartbreaks and heartaches, too.
No, it ain't all been flowery beds of ease at all. We've had lots of aches and pains and trouble and heartaches and everything. But my family, as for my family over in me, I never had enough of that to bother me. I was mighty lucky for my family. My girls never give me no trouble, neither one of them. They all laugh and say, "Oh yeah, Mama, you raised them when in olden times." I said, "Well, I'm glad it was old times."
They forget human nature's pretty much the same, don't they?
No, we
well, you do have a nice family.
We don't have no trouble about the children. Never did have no trouble. People they wouldn't get drunk and fight and cut and carry on. I never had nothing like that out of my children.
Have you always enjoyed pretty good health?
Yeah, I had good health. I never was sick, only the flu way back when Bobby Ann was a baby. I had the flu 2-3 times and like to die. That's all the sickness I. Why, I never went to a hospital and had a baby.
Is you had your babies at home?
Had the 2 last ones with a woman,
It's
granny woman. I said, look out now. When they find out that 30 days gone, they have to go with that doctor every month or every 2 weeks or something. I never seen one, didn't want to see one. Hated to see him, but I had to.
Well, it's changed a lot about, they do have to go have their checkups and all that stuff.
It's a sight how they have to have their checkup. I never had one.
Well, you must have got a long way out.
I did. I reckon after I did have all those children, I was stouter, I guess, in a way, than their girl I raised.
Well, did they keep you in the bed 9 days after each?
Kept me on the start law. They kept me in 12 days for the first. I thought I'd die. After the 2 or 3, though, I got up and I wanted. They get them up now, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. But
I've never been admitted to the hospital. It'd scare me to death.
You've never been to the hospital?
No, ma'am.
Admitted to the hospital? Well, what do you reckon is the difference of you older people getting through this world without having to go to the
I
hospital?
don't know. Some give up easy.
Do we worry too much about ourselves?
I don't know. I never worried, didn't have trouble. I was well. I never was down in the bed. Well, I just had the flu about 3 times a year. Way back on that first flu came around. Now, I had a bed spill then. Bobby Ann was 3 years old, and she's 49 now. So I never sick any home to the flu to have a doctor.
What killed your husband? Was he
Heart attack.
a heart attack?
It runs in all that.
Oh, it does. in their family.
I worry about Bill. Bill has high blood. He's in the hospital every once in a while, a few days trying to get his blood down. And all of his cousins, I reckon there's two. He's got two living. All of them nearly died with heart attacks when they was long, from about 40-some to up towards, some of them might have been 50. That's why he worries me to death. He won't take care of himself. He's always worked like a dog and hard work. He's worked with the state bridge 20, I forget how many years, 12 and 20 years. I think he said he had about a year and a half to go till he could retire.
Mm-hmm.
He's never been sick much since. Now he has his blood will run up on him, and they'll have to put him in the hospital a few days to get it down.
Did you like to do housework? Well, you said you'd rather work outside, but did you like to do things like make apple butter? And
Oh, Lord, yes. We had a big kettle setting a flame, have the fire on it, and had me a big long stir. I've done everything.
How much did you, for a summer, how many gallons did you need to get you through the winter of apple butter?
We'd make about 10 gallons
About
every
10.
fall. Oh, we made apple butter for years and years. Noreen, my girl, lives in West Virginia. They make it now, and they think it's the grandest thing that's ever been done is make apple butter. Now, it's a hard job.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
But it's not as hard as if you don't have to make it, you know. If you're making it for the novelty of it.
When you make it outdoors, it's really easier than, but you can't bake it in the stove. You can't make enough at a time, you know. Oh, we could make such a run of it outdoors.
Well, how about making molasses? Was that a lot?
Oh, we always made molasses. I bought a half a gallon 2 weeks ago. Bessie Reeves, one of his daughters, Ray Blevins, his boy, made molasses. And Ray taken her a half a gallon and brought me and Dee a half a gallon apiece. Oh, they was pretty too. They're good. First pretty molasses I saw, and I don't know when. But I like new molasses when they're new. I paid $10 last year for half a gallon and then couldn't eat.
Well, molasses are good.
When they're made right.
Mm-hmm. Did you have your own bee stand? A woman's work was pretty around the clock, wasn't it?
Oh, Lord, yes. A woman's work's never done. A man can come in of the night and eat his supper and sit and talk and gas around, and the woman generally works till 8 o'clock nearly of the night before she used to, especially if these little ones.
Yeah.
I tell you.
But you know, you've seen a lot. You had a pretty good time of to live through. This has been an interesting time. hasn't it?
Oh, yeah, we didn't have no cars. We had to go ride a mule or a horse.
Did you ever get thrown?
No, I never. Fred or someone one time. The horse ran from over here at Ma's. Ma saw him. She was standing out that wood pile, and the horse ran down straight towards the lower end of the bottom. And he was riding with a harness on it. And it run to the lower end and whirled, and when it whirled, he went off. Never hurt him a bit. Scared her nearly 2 days.
Oh, I bet so.
Screaming, run to that boy, run to that boy. But he got it up, he wasn't hurt.
He's glad to see him get up.
No,
weren't you?
boy, yeah.
Uh,
Oh, yeah, we all had pretty good times. Much better than young girls does now, I think. Now they want to get in the car and go. You don't know whether you'll see them at the undertaker's or where, did you? No, mercy. That poor young one that got her hand cut off, wasn't that pitiful? And they tell me she's got a little baby.
yeah.
They never told me till yesterday. I
Well,
didn't know she had a
She
baby.
has a little baby. They said she was finishing her education, going back to high school.
They said it was born to come too soon.
Oh, really?